the truth.
You think he's on the way to capturing that?
Yeah. I think so. Magic is great, obviously, but it's also two completely different types of point guards. I don't think Steph is close to being the type of point guard as good as Magic at the type of point guard Magic was, and vice versa. Magic's not close to being as good as the type of point guard that Steph is, and so but in his own right, he probably is the best ever, and especially the way the game is played today. So he's continuing to play. That's amazing. You still, like Andre said, you still don't see him get the due that he deserves. But it is.
As accomplished as Steph is, are there certain things in particular that you think are under notice or not fully appreciated as they should?
I mean, just his impact on the game as a whole. He can not score a bucket and wreck an entire defense. And so just his impact on the whole defense as a whole, his impact on this organization. And most importantly, his impact on the game of basketball. Have you been to a high school game or a middle school game, or when Mark Jackson said a few years ago, Steph is ruining the game of basketball, we all was pissed off. What? What is he talking about? I went to some high school games and I said, I see what he's talking about. He's not talking about Steph per se that's ruining basketball, but he's making a lot of other people think they can do what he does, and it ain't the case. And so, organization good, game good, team good, but the game of basketball is where he really, makes his hay.
Demarcus, Mike's got to look like kind of Demarcus breakdowns. How are you guys trying to get?
I don't necessarily think they were breakdowns. It's the way we regard the pick and roll, and obviously, we were kind of shying away from switching with Demarcus. And he came to the bench and he said, I can switch. And then it took those threes away, and then, at that point he was hot, but they weren't as uncontested as they were early. But that's the way we was guarding. And so once he came to the bench and changed the coverage, I think we handled it a lot better.
Were you surprised that late in the game? Let's talk about that.
Well, I think we've been used to, initial thrust from our opponents, the excitement of the arena, and playing against us, And, third quarters are always good for us. And we ended up taking the lead there. We were limiting them to one shot on the defensive end and getting out and getting to our spots. Demarcus was really big for us there in the third quarter, establishing some presence in the post and making them figure out what they wanted to do. So, and they tried to counter as well, so it was a really good chess match.
This is one of your best wins of the season?
It's a good one, especially considering the last game of a road trip, which is hard, we're tired. We got a couple guys down. We got some guys who, nicked up a little bit, still playing. Only because we lost 2 games. Y'all blew it out of proportion.
For coming back, in terms of games you come back here, just more satisfying? Or?
No, I don't look at it like that anymore,
Did you for one?
No, I never really did. Maybe the first time, but after that, it was, they were going through the whole process thing, so it wasn't as if they were talented, but now they really need to be. They're going to be a threat to come out the East, so just another NBA game and a good win.
You see Steph, nice straight points in the fourth quarter. You see him do this time and again. What is it about a guy like that in that situation when he has to and steps up like that?
It's interesting because I think he's still underrated. I still think he doesn't really get the respect he deserves. Guys think he uses a lot of screens, and guys think he can draw mismatches with him defensively, but he's a real problem. And I think I told KD said I missed him. He said he missed me on the shot he took. And I said, y'all two are like Michael Jordan. There's no such thing as a bad shot. That's for real, and people don't understand the presence they bring to the court, especially on offensive end.
What do you think it'll take for him to get that respect over time?
He won't ever get it. It's just what it is sometimes. But when you sit down and have serious conversations, that's when you know, he's the second best point guard ever.
Just missing shots. It happens. I've set the bar really high and for myself, and I try to live up to it. So, in the grand scheme of things, again, trying to lose confidence in myself and keep my work ethic up and figure it out. But at the end of the day, I feed off teammates' energy and just being aggressive out there and living with the results either way. There's nothing that you really need to say or change your perspective. I always try to be aggressive. It's just a matter of making shots. And as of late, I haven't made as many as I wanted to, but just doesn't change what I expect to happen the next play, the next shot. So just happy to see a couple go down, help my team, and keep it moving.
Andre just called you the second best point guard ever. Has he ever voiced that opinion to you?
Every day he texts me when I wake up in the morning.
Every day, huh?
Tells me that same comment. So I got some work to do to get to #1 up here.
You also said you're underrated.
Huh?
You also said you're underrated. Even though you
Underrated.com. Check out the tour. That's why
they have one in Philly
today. They got a Philly today and tomorrow, so I'm trying to share that with the world for sure.
Type of win.
Underratedtour.com. Sorry.
You think legacy at all?
No.
Will you? Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Type of game that you guys wanted to have after a couple of tough.
Yeah, you said that. I think the atmosphere and the intensity all night was played off. I don't even want to use that word, but it was just, the intensity was high. It raised the level of each player on the court. You see that when Mike Scott hit his 6 threes, throughout the whole game. Damian Lee came in and gave us incredible minutes, so I think the energy of the crowd has kind of got everybody to another level.
When you have a target on your back, as you guys have had over the last couple of years, when you're in games like this, would it make it so, I want to say, easier to withstand these kind of games that you've been doing for so much that you know what you guys do when you do it?
Yeah, I think most of the guys in the locker room just been pressure-packed moments and just playing the game, whether it's high school, college, or NBA, so you kind of know how to deal with it. And it's just basketball at the end of the day. Guys go out there and, like I said, Damian Lee came out there after not playing for a month almost and made 4 threes, and it was a huge reason for us to win this game. So it's just ball at the end of the day.
Kevin, you played.
Especially in the fourth quarter, how much did that really give you? 3 blocks, 2 steals.
I mean, he's different. He's different. He's got long arms, quick hands, quick feet, smart. There's not too many people who's ever been born like Andre.
Hey Kevin, you obviously played through the rest of the game, but how's your ankle holding up after taking that fall?
Oh, I'm cool.
Cohen said he noticed the togetherness in this game, especially at the finish. Did you see some of those things, and what does that mean, togetherness?
Yeah, I mean, when you're down big early and the game is kind of out of whack, and you start to come back and make.
Andre, yeah, he's tremendous. I've never been around a smarter basketball player in my life, and what he does at both ends of the floor is critical for us. He doesn't get a lot of the headlines because his stats aren't going to jump out at you, but he does so much for us, and his defense is always at a really high level.
Steph scores 9 straight late in that fourth quarter, though. Because you guys pull away. When you see something like that, it's kind of hard to make up the things to say about him. You just see him do it over and over.
Yeah, he's done it a million times, so there will be nothing new coming from me tonight on Steph.
Steve, what do you think Demarcus is defensively?
I thought Demarcus did a good job. When they went small with Mike Scott, he had to adapt. He did a good job switching. There were a couple plays where he didn't get all the way out to Scott, and we'll have to work on that because that's how teams are going to attack us. If we have Demarcus out there, they're going to try to go small and spread us out and put him in pick and roll, that kind of stuff. So we'll keep working, but I thought he did a great job tonight, and obviously carried a major load for us offensively for much of that second half.
Steve, as far as conditioning goes with Demarcus, you think he's close to being 100% where he was prior to the injury? You think he's still got in ways.
I think his conditioning looks good. You know, he played for long stretches tonight. I think the total minutes were only 29 or 30, but you know, he played 8-9 minute stretches at the beginning of the game and then in the fourth quarter as well. So I thought he did a great job.